Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Salty RN Fishing with Nurse Matt, formerly Outdoor Candy. Kind of changed the channel direction here a little bit more indicative of what I'm actually doing, so I'll be posting probably more videos telling you all about that in the future. Bear with me today, I just got off of a long shift the other day and then I was on call and I got home, so lack of sleep, running on adrenaline, running on Celsius energy drink, all the above. I do need my sleep desperately. Obviously you can tell I'm jumbling my words. And yeah, it is downpouring right now when I got home, but I figured with all this energy I still have, it's kind of hard to just like jump right into bed and sleep. So I figured, why not tackle a project with you guys really quick? Is the anchor trolley system. I've been wanting to put this on the kayak for a while. It's one of many projects that I'm trying to tackle, but I had this gear. I bought it a couple of days ago, like 3 or 4 days ago. Sorry, it's really loud out there. I bought this gear like 3 or 4 days ago. And just haven't had the opportunity. I've been working back-to-back shifts, and it's, so now I do. But anyway, I went to a few local retailers in the St. Pete area, Academy Sports for one, to get the deluxe anchor trolley system. And then because of something in that package that I just didn't feel would hold up well enough, I went ahead and went to Home Depot and I bought 2 metal rings, just like the Hobie anchor trolley system comes with. But I'm obviously going to modify that a little bit. So I did all that. I'm ready to put it in now, and I just wanted to show you guys how it goes. And wow, it's really come down. Welcome to Florida, right? Dog days of summer, man. It's what it is. Sorry, guys. So I'll try to do my best to speak a little bit louder so you can hear me. But yeah, I want to get into it. Sorry about the kayak too. It is absolutely disgusting right now. It's a mess, but you can tell like fish tubes are out. I'm working on a project in the front here on the bow of it. I got a lot going on. Oh my god, it is really coming down. Hold on one second. Oh, garbage cans are falling. Rain's coming in. Hold on. Okay, I gotta close this. Oh, we gotta turn the light on. Woo! Man, that picked up quick. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. I was not expecting that. Oh my god. Alright, water coming in. I just got drenched. You can hear it. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on pause, and as soon as this rain stops, we'll come back and we'll tackle this in a little bit. Okay, hang in there. Okay, guys. So back at it, round 2, and if you could tell, it stopped raining, and the sun's even coming out now. So as quick as it turns on, it turns off. So there we go. Now we can get back to it. I was drenched, so I also changed clothes here. Yeah, so I'm a little bit more comfortable now out of the scrubs. But like I said, we're going to get into this. I want to put on an anchor trolley system on the kayak. And as you notice, it is a little bit of a mess, but that's just because I've been doing a lot of work on it. Some other stuff going on here, which included the bow in the front. That little piece was loose, and so I had the screws. I had to tap and die it, like things were stripped. And anyway, it's working now. So yeah, let's get into it. Got the deluxe anchor trolley system by YakGear, and you'll see eventually the nylon triangle that's in there. And then I picked this up at Home Depot, 3/16 inch by 1.5, 2 of those for a few bucks also. All right, and then if you turn it over, it does tell you right here what you need. It does talk about a drill, screwdriver, and pliers. I gotta go get the pliers real quick. 3H drill bit for the pulley well nuts in the event that you go that route, which I will not. And the only reason I say that is because I'm using a Hobie Kayak here instead of another version of a kayak that doesn't come with that on the bow or the stern, which I'll tell you about that in a minute. All right, and then the other parts of this is a 5/32 drill bit for screws, and then waterproof silicone. All right, and it kind of gives you a little picture down there once you get the trolley on how you can anchor it and what the boat looks like. Okay. All right, so like I said, I gotta go. I'm gonna get a marker too, so mark some stuff off, and then a pair of pliers. So let's go do that real quick. Okay, guys. So I got the marker, I got the pliers. Let's jump into it. So since we're working on a Hobie, they do a pretty good job putting these plastic caps over the brass inserts, in which we're going to be putting the pulley system on, and it's on both sides, aft and starboard. They also do it on the handle, both bow and stern. So Yeah, I really don't have to do any pre-drilled holes with this. I'm going to go ahead and show you that because the package actually comes with, you can see one right here, but it comes with the well nut. And you would eventually measure off where you want to put the pulley system on there and then put it through the pulley like this with a well nut on it. And then, you know, drill in with the bigger drill bit, which is the 3/8 drill bit for the pulley and well nut system that's right there, in order to get the pulley in. But we don't have to do that. We're going to use the pre-drilled preset holes that Hobie put on the kayak as it is. It also came with another pre-drilled hole and plastic cap over here too, as well as down along that side, as well as on the other side of the kayak, for another pad eye, just a pad eye that looks like this actually, if I could find one here. A pad eye that looks like that. You would put it here and then just wrap the cord around and it basically stops the trolley line. But that's not this system. We're using a YakGear system, so we're not going to be using that. We're going to keep that cap on. But yeah, so we're going to use some of this stuff and then we're going to create our own on others. The other cool thing, I'm going to show you this real quick. The other cool thing that YakGear does with their trolley system, do this to get this closer, you can see what I'm doing here. Their trolley system is this. So they're and I'm sure Hobie does this too. I don't know. I never looked into Hobie, so I'm not sure about it. But the pulley actually comes where you could, if the screws aren't in, you could actually separate it on both sides. So that side or that side, it swivels like this. Okay. And what that does is if you have this attached, all you got to do is remove, actually be this way, all you got to do is remove one of the screws in there, and then you can either swivel it or pivot it one way or the other, and then you can release the line from here, so you don't have to take the whole thing off, which is kind of nice. Kind of actually found out about that coincidentally before I read the instructions. So, but we're going to go ahead and get into this. I also have a knife and a box cutter. You could use a flathead screwdriver, but all we're going to do is pop these plastic caps off. Like that. There's one. And there's the other. Okay, so it exposes the brass insert right here and here. Problem is, they don't work on the Hobie Kayak with the brass insert that's already molded into the plastic. They're too long. So this is what I'm going to show you here. You go ahead and fit them in to the brass insert. Problem is that's as far as it goes. Okay, well, that's not going to work. You can tell I got a gap there. So I had to go to the hardware store, Home Depot, and I had to pick up an alternative solution, and I'm going to show you that right now. I got 4 of these 1032 3/4 inch, 1032 3/4 inch stainless steel round head machine screws. Okay, fine thread, and we're gonna use that. I got them. I got it for like, I don't know, like a couple of bucks or something at Home Depot. But we're gonna put this in here, and we're gonna put a second one on the shallower side, like so. And then remember, the pulley always goes toward the bow or toward the stern of the kayak. So that's what you want to do. So the wheel itself, since we're on the stern, you want the wheel pointing toward the middle of the kayak. This allows you to maneuver the cord. Okay, do this. Okay. Now, granted, I'm also going to put silicone on this, so I'm going to show you that here in a minute, but I'm going to make sure all this fits first and I can show you. There you go. That's it. We're snug in there, and it spins. The package for the anchor trolley system from YakGear also comes with heat shrink tubing, which we will use at the end. Fastens here for the pad eyes. Got the paracord. Got the Got the pad eyes in here, got that nylon triangle, and we got the zigzag cleat here, and then that nylon triangle, which I don't know, maybe I'll use it, but I'm thinking about still using the metal rings here, but we'll see. All that, and then we got the other pulley, and then the pad eye. These pad eyes are going to go on an angle too. Alright, so we're going to take the plastic caps off. Carefully. And if there's any kind of junk or debris in there, just make sure you clean it out. And if you don't have a Hobie and you want to do this on whatever other version of kayak you have, just look at the location of where Hobie drills its preset holes for this pulley system. That one's a little bit tighter. Said don't force anything. I'm trying to do this. Okay, actually, no. So there might be... So the screw's just not even going in. Why is that? Yeah, it doesn't want to go. Alright guys, round 3. This one here goes in just fine. Problem is, the other one does not, which is, oh man, I can't even get it started. So I'm thinking, obviously the threads on this are fine, but I can't even get this thing started. You can see, barely goes in. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further. I don't want to force it and make it worse than it is. So, good job, Hobie. Drop the ball on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and tap and die 10-30 seconds. 3/4 inch screw, fine thread machine screw that I'm using. So that's the equivalent of this. And so we're just going to go in and rethread it. Is any? Okay. Well, I don't know if you could. I don't know. So I'm gonna see if. See, I don't know if you could see, but there's a lot of crap coming out of there. It's hard to tell. I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of tell. So somehow you can see all that dust that's flowing out of there. Yeah, I don't want to go all the way in. I kind of want to do this very gently, so I really don't want to. Oh man, that goes in so much better just where it was at. So yeah, those threads were off. Away. Okay, see how nice and easy that spins now without any debris coming out? That's what we're looking for. So, and then now that's where it stops. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to go ahead and thread this in gently. And that's where it stops. See, so that's how far that insert, you can see the black line that's right there, that's how far that goes in, that's how far the molding is on here. So I'm going to back this back out, give it a couple more turns like so. Alright, so we're like right about here. Pretty much stops right there. that's it. That might be it. Take another quick mark. It's pretty good. Right. Okay, and that black line that I'm looking for is flush with the hull of the kayak right there. So we are where we need to be on that side, and it does match the other side. Okay, guys. Finally, we are going to get this anchor trolley system installed. We're going to be using a little bit of silicone. Okay, you pick this up in any hardware store for, you know, $8. Put some right there. Both wheels for both pulleys are facing toward the middle of the kayak. So to be on the safe side, I'm only going to start one side here and then go to the other side and do the same thing and just go back and forth. So I keep it balanced. I don't offset anything. You don't have to wrench it, but that is perfect. It's in there, siliconed it, not going anywhere. Put some silicone in there. So I'll just, you know, go ahead and put a little bit here if you want, help it stick a little bit more or whatever. And I don't think it's necessary, but your choice. And same thing with the other one. Now I could already see this is a little off, so I'm going to back it out. There it goes. Okay. Mosquitoes already getting bad. Alright, I'm going to tighten this down. And that's pretty good. A little snug. Wheel's still spinning. Alright. Number 2. Sorry, the mosquito. My seat here, I want to be able to reach down with my right hand and have access to it, very easy access to it right by this handle here. So I'm probably going to put the zigzag cleat here. 1/8 inch drill bit. And like I said, I don't want to cover up the Hobie emblem right there, the logo. So we're going to go ahead and put this right about here. That looks good with the seat. I like that. It's above the water line. I also want to do that. And it doesn't matter if it goes this way or the other way. But for argument's sake, it says made in Taiwan on this side, and so I'm going to have that on the bottom. I'm just going to do it like that. All right. The other thing, too, is make sure you have a marker with you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hopefully this will work. I think it will. Alright, so that looks good right about there based on where my seat is. Not covering up the Hobie sign. And also make sure you know what's on the inside here too. I know that I should be free and clear to go ahead and put this in right here. I'm going to do one right here. There. Okay, and those are my 2 dots. There. And right there. I'm only going to pilot this, so I'm just gonna make like a little indentation with the drill, like that. See that? That's it. I'm gonna go ahead and the other one should line up to this. But I want this connection to be as tight as possible. I'll throw some silicone in there, and I'm gonna make sure Taiwan is on the bottom, which it is. I don't know, just my OCD kicking in. All right, there we go. Go ahead and pilot that hole again. Very gently. And put it right over the top. Use the light of my drill bit to make here and here. That's about a third of the way down, or about half the way between the pulley and the zigzag cleat. There's a way to just take this completely off. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that without it knotting up on you or anything. Oh, I might have, maybe not. Oh, that might be it. All right, this thing's like 30 feet long, so you got plenty to work with. Through the bottom first, and then come up. And then put it through the top going down. Started. Add my silicone. And allow it to bite into the plastic and do its job. I think my initial mark was too low, so I'm gonna come up right there. I like that better. Okay. Right there. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you silicone these because, I mean, there's really nothing behind it. Started it. Yep. Okay. First mark. Okay, and voila. Tighten those up. Again, too tight. That's good. Okay. Foot got caught up underneath. Oh, it's always something. Now we are ready to tie it all off. Okay, let's get into this. Now, like I said before, where the heck did I put that? Oh, it's over here. All right, as I mentioned before, it comes with this nylon triangle. It's actually, you know, it seems pretty heavy duty. It's lightweight, but I don't know. I feel like over time this, I don't know, might not hold up. So I'm going to go with these. If anything, I've got the triangles of backup. So this, just do a fisherman's knot. I think a slip knot would be a good idea. 1, 2, so back through the hole and then back through this one. It's a strong knot. Go. Try that again. Okay. That's it. So keep it like right there. Okay. One, 2. All right, guys. So this pack also comes with a heat shrink wrap. and two of these hog rings. And what we're going to do here is put the heat shrink wrap through paracord first. All right. And then you want to keep the hog rings decently close, probably within half an inch of each other or a little bit less. See if I can do this one-handed. I am right-handed and doing it left-handed, so bear with me here. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge with the other one here. If I can get one on. And I'm going to retighten, so I'm going to leave this here. Hopefully it stays in there without me messing with it too much. I'll retighten this up. Alright. And I am crisscross, but we're going to try it this way. Oh boy, those are tough. There it goes. Sorry, somebody's talking outside and the dog's barking. Alright, try to crimp that down a little bit more, because it's loose, it's not going to hold, and I don't want to let this go. Do the next one right about there. And then we're going to put the shrink wrap over like so, and then we'll torch it. You can see it shrinking around the line and around the hog rings. All right, everybody, that is it. There's your trolley system. Now with the remainder of this line, to be honest, I really don't want to cut it off and waste it, but I mean, there's really no sense on having it on here. I mean, I suppose I could, I don't know, maybe wrap it through here. I suppose it's always nice to have extra line. There is the trolley system on the Hobie. So it's going to go all the way to the front. So it's going to come all the way down. Come all the way over here. It does catch on these pad eyes. If I have to, I guess I could raise the pad eyes up if I wanted to a little bit, but I mean, the anchor is going to be down here anyway. Like, it's going to be pulling on it when it's on there, so it's going to be like that anyways. It'll probably miss it, but this is a 7-pound claw anchor here that I'm going to add to my anchor, the anchor trolley on the kayak. Open this for you real quick. I got to make some modifications to this, but I got this online on Amazon, pretty cheap. Put the link in the description. 7-pound weight. You know, it's one that you could really get in the marine store, but it's a claw anchor like so. Drops down, locks in, voila. Well, yeah, like so. Put this yellow float on it, as well as this. This is a 50-foot line too. I'll probably just use a fisherman's line on this one as well. Okay. Put it through the top part of the anchor here, like so, and then just cinch it down, and that's it. That's all you got to do. All right, I'm going to cut off the excess of it. That's it, okay? The whole reason for that is when this thing is in the water, all right, when you drop the anchor down, like so, and it hooks onto the bottom, you can't get the anchor to release from whatever it's holding. The idea behind the zip tie is if you pull hard enough, you break the zip tie, and then this part of the rope releases. You can move your kayak or your boat the opposite direction and then pull from the opposite direction, the end of your anchor. And that should help release it that way. I bought this separately at West Marine. No, actually, where did I buy this from? I think I actually bought this from Academy Sports. Marine Raider. So it is it's a boat bumper. It's a float. But I have the 50-foot rope through it. It's eyelet at one end and then crossed it and the eyelet at the other end where it's coming out. And I'll explain that in a second with the rope wrapped around this. I did this just because I don't think this float is going to be, the yellow one here is going to be big enough and or easy enough to spot in the water. So first of all, I have two of them here now, making it, you know, definitely floatable and then easier to spot. Secondly, I did it because the big buoys that they have for this, I don't know. I'm trying to consolidate as much space in the kayak as possible because it's limited as it is. So at least this will, you know, can lay lengthwise in here if I need it, not take up too much space. Rope wrapped around it, that type of thing, so it'll just come off as you deploy your anchor. All right, guys, so I took you through the whole anchor trolley system, my anchor itself, why the zip line's on there tethered to the rope, the 50-foot rope, and then the float, and then the white buoy. So now I'm going to show you my quick release. All right, I have at the end of the white boat bumper here about 4 feet of line, okay, tethered to this clip here, and it has it's attached to the rope with a fisherman's knot. My quick release is as simple as this. So first we're going to take this, and this is just used for the storage purposes initially, the clip onto the ring. It doesn't matter which one, but clip it onto the ring. Then we're going to take a section of this rope midway. I'm going to come underneath the trolley line up onto the zigzag cleat like so. Okay, and then we're going to take that trolley line and then just hook it up there. If you want, you can also hook it down at the bottom as well to make it even more secure if you're in rougher water. But one or both connection points or loops, it's up to you. Okay, then this was initial just to make sure that we have a fixation point. I'm going to take that off real quick. I'm going to take this section of rope here, the anchor rope, put it underneath the trolley line like that, bring it up and over, okay? Twist it once, take the clip, put it through the top, and that's it. And I'm going to let that hang. This is my quick release method, and I'll show you why. Say you catch a fish, it's a big fish, whatever the case might be, and you want to release your anchor. All you have to do, with one hand you can do it, but I'm showing you with both. Take the clip, put it back through the hole, let that hang there. Take your hand, pull up on this. There it is. That's your quick release anchor. And it's with the float and the boat bumper right here. You'll be able to easily spot this in the water, wherever it may be. Okay? Now, let's say we're going to do it the other way. I'm going to set the quick release back up here for a second. Okay, I'm going to show you how quick I can do this. It's actually a really very, very efficient way and very simple way to set this up. Okay, doesn't take long at all. There you go. All right, now it's all set back up. Okay, and it's just hanging there. All right. Let's say something happens, it accidentally releases without you being aware. Well, let's say that happens. So it's released. This is the best part about it. When you pull down, it's still attached. So either way, you either have a quick release or you have an anchor line that you will not lose. Let me do this really quick once again, so I'm going to show you how it's done. And the other part about this is, for all you guys out there that are interested in this quick release method, it's not tethered tight, so literally is as simple as just kind of fishing it back through. That's it. All right. So I'm going to show you one more time how I do my quick release. So initially, for storage purposes and just to have it in there, clip it on like so. About midway down, it's a 4-foot section. Sorry, wrong one. Hook it up. Trolley line goes there. Hook this. Loop out, clip through, and that's it. You got a fish, ready to fight. You want to release your anchor line. One hand, put that through, boom, done. It's really that easy, guys. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Like I said, it does help the YouTube channel grow, and it helps my YouTube channel algorithm. Formerly Outdoor Candy, now Salty Iron Fishing. So anybody new that's tuning into the channel, I appreciate you checking out the content. And hopefully, this is one more project done. Hopefully we'll get out there and do some fishing soon. Thanks, and stay tuned.